How many of you in your practicum experience have been in a classroom that was considered an inclusion classroom? Pretty much everyone? Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, what was the ratio of students with special needs versus general education students? Does anyone know?
It was like 3 out of 20 something.
3 out of 20? Yeah. I know some classes I've been in were like that. However, last semester I was at Ben Franklin for 3 class periods. The first class period I was there was all general education students. In the last class period I was there, out of 30 students, 15 of them were special needs. And they called that an inclusion class, which it is. However, this presents some challenges. For example, the teacher told me that he had a hard time teaching both classes at the same pace because you have to make so many accommodations for these students, which is very important. You can't teach all of these students the same because some students will grasp it and some students won't, especially if you just stand there and talk at them. We all remember from middle school, high school, if the teacher just stood there and talked to you, it went in one ear and out the other. So I noticed that this teacher was very dynamic in what he did. He would have them do hands-on activities, and some students got it just like that when he did activities like that. Other students liked it when he sat there and talked to them. But it's because of those accommodations that that teacher made, especially for those special needs students, that really helped them grasp the material. And although he didn't teach both classes exactly the same, they were both getting the same content, and they all seemed to be doing rather well. Now, when we talk about abilities and disabilities, we often come across the word retarded. Now, how many of you, when you were in middle school, heard that word thrown around in casual conversation? Yes, everyone? When I was in middle school, it was a big thing. It's like, oh, it's so retarded, man. And now that we're in college, or even when we were in high school, we've constantly been told, you can't do that anymore. I mean, students with cognitive disabilities, you call them retarded, it takes their self-esteem from here and takes it down to here. Because they always hear that word used in such a derogatory sense. And so in your future classrooms, you need to make it clear to your students that using words like retarded is not okay. That there are other words you can use. Well, maybe you're not insulting someone, don't insult someone at all. But, I mean, students with cognitive disabilities, there are other ways to do that. Now, we're going to do a quick activity. Ignore these directions, I'm sorry I didn't edit it, but yes. I need everyone to come up here and grab a card. And whatever number is on your card corresponds to a slip of paper you'll pick up on the front desk over here. Each card on it has an ability or disability of a middle school student. Whatever the card says you must do to complete the activity, or whatever type of student it says you are. Now, on the paper you are picking up, it has a biology poem on it that is intended to be a little difficult for middle school students. You will read this poem, and you'll write a 1-sentence summary.
You grab it for your particular number.
And as soon as you grab your card, you start doing what the card says, or be whatever kind of student the card says you are.
That was helpful.
I understand the struggle. In the one pile, you have to do that as your difference per pile. I scored
3. You have 2 minutes to read this poem. It's intended to be difficult. You have 2 minutes to read it, write a 1-sentence summary, then bring your summary back up to this desk.
Can you write it on here?
If you want to, sure. You can write it back to paper if you like. Be green.
Wait, where did you want us to read it? Sorry.
You can write it anywhere you want. You can write on the back of your slip of paper if you want.
Okay. Thank you.
Read that one.
That's a good face step.
Yeah, I don't want this stuff.
If the poem seems confusing, don't worry. It's supposed to be.
School board is
I
supposed to write?
You're going to read the poem and come up with a one-sentence summary.
Okay.
Then come up and put it on the desk when you're done. Make sure to remain in character.
Yeah, check out your character and make sure you're acting like it.
About a minute left. You don't have to. Keep the guard. Keep your roll. Just bring up your sentence. Okay. For those who know your needs, remember when you go
You don't
on.
have, well, we just want to see the sentence if you have it.
Remember to remain on your knees while you get in your
They
chair.
didn't walk on their knees.
Well, I still have mine, I'm not ready. You're standing.
My knees would be killing me right now if I had to walk on them.
You okay?
You know what number you are? Right there. Keep your cards, like yours is a card. Yes. We just want your second. Let's ask. You good?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you got it.
Off the right, left-handed. What they give it to us, paper, but. You're like,
I was normal.
never seen it.
Make sure to remain on your knees as you get in your chair.
Yeah. You still putting some on your thing.
Use your feet. Is everyone done? No. No? Okay. Give me a few more seconds.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I think someone, we have a lot number 4, so I'm sure.
Who had card number 1? With the really easy one? Should have been more than one. No?
Well, I guess there's 2 extra.
Oh.
But they were
Okay, that's all right. What did you notice about your poem?
About my poem, that it was pretty easy and I didn't want to waste my time with something as simple as that.
Do you mind if I read your slip?
Yeah, sure, you can go for it.
I know all this already. Why do I have to waste my time? It's a cakewalk. Wonderful. Who had card number 2? What did you all notice about your poem?
Very small.
Very small. I had to strain a little bit. He just showed it to me. It was, it was fantastic. Card number 3. What about your poem?
There was a lot of letters that were upside down or like mixed up or not even the right letters.
Yeah, so what condition did you have? Very good. I enjoy this slip. That's written in backwards letters and I can't even read it, but it's fantastic, wonderful. Card number 4. Yeah, a lot of people had card number 4. You were all given the same poem, but some of you had some different abilities and disabilities. So who had broken arm? Yeah? How hard was that? Or easy? Or are you ambidextrous?
Because I couldn't hold the paper with my arm, so then like writing left-handed and the paper was moving, you know?
Yeah.
They're all over.
Anyone else? Easy, hard, who had broken arm?
It'd take a long time to write, so we'd be done
Mhm.
after everybody.
Exactly. Let's see. Oh, sorry. And people walking around on their knees? What'd you think of that?
It's kind of annoying.
Annoying? Think if you were a student actually that height, walking around and reaching up with all the shelves, how difficult that would be. And what about the cards that said, you're an average student? Yeah?
I wanted to take a picture and send it to my mom.
Like, see, Mom? Average, it's wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah, average students, those who get decent grades, but did you find the poem a little difficult to understand too? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this activity was meant to show you that there's a wide range of abilities and disabilities, what students can do and what some students can't do, and how we have to make all these accommodations for these students so that they all get the same material, they're all understanding it. So, a student who got a poem like this, forgot their glasses and sees everything like this, or really blurry, or has dyslexia, we can't give them all the same materials and expect them all to learn, right? It comes back to one of the big ideas on your sheet, fair versus equal. Equality means giving everybody the same thing and expecting them to get the same thing out of it. Whereas fair means meeting the needs of each individual student. Each student needs something a little bit different, and we have to account for that. All right, now we're going to slide into, slide into socioeconomic status. We're going to focus mainly on what it means to be low income and about the low income schools in Wisconsin. So what does it mean to be a low income family? It's a family of 4 who makes less than $23,850 in Wisconsin before taxes. So this is just a graph of large school districts in Wisconsin where more than half of the students are low income. Look at Milwaukee. 84% of their students are low income. But Milwaukee is not the only county or school district that has a huge number of low-income students. Look at northern Wisconsin. In all those rural farm areas, there's a lot of low income, isn't there? Who lack certain resources. I'm actually going to stop there for a second. And everybody pull out your poverty quiz. That's on the table there. Alright, everybody take a couple of minutes. Just fill out to the best of your abilities. Feel free to talk in your groups if you want. Bounce some ideas off each other if you need to. Or remain quiet and studious. another minute or so.